Hey guys, it's Drew here with Elite Retro Collection. In today's video is the start of our YouTube journey of us showing y'all all the key pieces that we currently have in our collection. We will be dropping future videos of us showing y'all all the key pieces that we will be picking up to add to our collection. Now, we do go to different places like gaming cons, different stores, which we will be showing and sharing with y'all so y'all can kind of get an idea of what we're about. Now, if you do like the content that we are dropping, please like and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell below. That way you do get notifications of all the new content that we are dropping. Now, I'm not gonna hold y'all up anymore. We're gonna get straight to it and we're gonna look at the game room. Let's go. So we're gonna start over here on the entertainment center where we have some of our collection at. So we're gonna just hop straight into it. As we look over here, we'll start here at the original Switch that came out. This one actually is a part of my wife's collection and she is the original owner of that one. And right behind it, as you can see, we do have the limited edition Dialga and Palkia Switch Lite. And also right up under it, we have the Sword and Shield Switch Lite. Now these two, I'm not the original owner of. I was able to find them on Marketplace for a very good price. And I thought they were really cool. So I was like, yeah, I gotta add these to the collection. Just two cool pieces to add. And right here next to it, we have the OLED Switch, which this one here is a special edition as well. It's the Scarlet and Violet edition. Now, the one you see here in the front is actually mine. I actually owned it originally. I had a box that came with it. My wife threw it away. But that's okay because I was able to find a complete in-box, never used, never opened switch that my neighbor actually had. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that. He actually had it for a really good price. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it, add it to the collection. This is actually the one that I actually played most of my games on the Switch. But yeah, really cool. Glad to have it part of the collection. And as we look over here slightly to the left of it, we have the original Switch OLED. Now this one here is actually my brother's Switch, which we're holding for him because he's gonna be going off to the military here pretty soon. So yeah, it's the original Switch OLED. Now I know right here behind it, which I know people are probably wondering, why do he have two Fortnite edition switches? And so let me give a little backstory. So originally I was going out trying to hunt these down. The price was definitely a little bit up there for what I wanted to pay. So I actually found somebody who was selling this box on eBay. I think it was $10. I think I paid more for shipping than I paid for the actual box. But the idea at the time was, okay, I'm just gonna get this box and build it. Because I've seen people just selling the Joy-Cons alone, the Switch itself alone. It might not have came with the cords or whatever. But so I was like, okay, I'll just piece it together like that. Well, I want to say maybe a week or two after I bought this, I was able to find the complete in-box on eBay that somebody was selling. I got it for a really good price. The guy told me it was never played, never used. I think he said he only got it because he wanted the code out of it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. I don't really care for the code because I don't play Fortnite, right? So I was like, yeah, let me get this. And so I got it, and yeah, it's complete in box. Still have the plastic and everything inside the insert. So yeah, I just like, okay, I'll take it. So yeah, so it's always good when you can find a good deal on these CIBs, right? Even on video games. So, but yeah, and then right here, I'm gonna show y'all some little pieces that I found here recently at Comic Palooza in Houston. And these little orbs that you see, they're really nice. That one there actually has one of my top favorite Pokemon, Umbreon. And I thought it was super cool, but that's not the only one. As you might have seen here a few minutes ago, over here to the right, I have my all-time favorite Pokemon, which is Rayquaza. Now I seen these, I was like, I gotta have them. They'll look really good in the game room. Actually, it's funny, it's kind of turning a little green there for a second, but yeah, so I thought these were pretty cool to have. All right, so as we're gonna transition down right below it, here, you're gonna see my God of War PS4 edition. Now, right here, you can also see I have the game for it. Now, I don't have the controller. I used to have the controller. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know if it broke or it got lost in the move or whatever, but I do plan on actually finding the controller and adding it back to the collection. So if you do know where one at for a good price, please comment below. I'll definitely check it out. Right next to it, we have the PS2 Slim Silver. I actually had the black edition when I was a kid growing up, and I really wanted the Slim. I didn't have the money for it. My mom was like, you know, you already have the black one, so just keep the black one, right? In her eyes, they all do the same thing. They play video games. But I'm glad I'm old enough now where I can actually afford it. I think I got this one from Retropalooza in Houston this past year, and yeah, I'm glad I was able to add it to the collection. Now, right over here to the left, you get to see some of my controllers. Right here in the front, you can see the Watermelon Fantastic 64 controller. I actually found that one on, I think it was Whatnot. And yeah, I got a good deal on it. Actually, I don't know if it's mine or my wife's. I just kind of bought it. So I think she'll be the one who probably wants it more because she really liked the color. Right next to that, I do have some Switch controllers. As you can see, I'm a real big Pokemon person, so I just got this thing for collecting like Pokemon controllers. These are some cool ones, but the one right over to the left of here is actually a newer one that I found whenever the Switch 2 released. It was in Walmart. I was in there, you know, looking around, and I seen it. I was like, oh, this is really cool. So I was like, I gotta get this one as part of the collection. I haven't even opened the box on it. Don't even know if I ever open it, but it's really cool. So yeah, that's another one. And so right below here, the controllers, we have my PS2 games, which I was able to find some of my childhood favorites from like Street 3, Street Hoops, Need for Speed Most Wanted, you know, the list goes on. Just some really good quality games that I played growing up. Right over here to the right of those, I have some Switch games that I bought. I mainly got most of mine's downloaded, but I think some of these are from my wife's ones that she bought. And actually, I think one of those, Sword or Shield, I think it was Sword there, which I'm pretty sure is on top. It came with that Switch Lite, Sword and Shield. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then right over to the right of that, we do have some more games, which I have, you know, a classic. And I'm gonna actually pull that one out. It's a big time classic. Actually, a couple of them. These were some bangers, you know, growing up for me. I did not pay $180. I was able to get it for a little cheaper than that at Comic Palooza. I can't remember the guy's name, but if I do find his card or whatever, I'll drop a link below. Really cool guy. He worked the deal for me on the Def Jam Fight for New York. Yeah, a classic. And then, of course, you know, I got this off Whatnot, but you can't go wrong with the all-time classic, Super Smash Bros. You know, just can't even begin to tell you like how excited I was to get this game. But yeah, two classics. There's some more classics. This is another classic, my all-time favorite too, Street Volume 2, NBA. Big. Yeah, it was big when it came out. Like, you know, I love this game growing up. So yeah, and then we got a couple more, but these are my favorite, you know, that I love. And like I said, I can't even begin to express how much joy these games brought me as a kid. And so going over here to the right, we have our fantastic N64 consoles, with the matching controllers. Now, I think the blue one is, the official name is Glacier Blue, and then Jungle Green. And like I said, these two, I wanted them as a kid. I had the regular gray one. The green one, the Jungle Green, is actually my wife's. The Glacier Blue, that one will be more of mine. But yeah, like I said, these games, you know, I wanted them as a kid because I just thought the colors were so cool on them. So to be able to get them now as an adult, awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Right below it, we have some N64 games. This one here is the N64 Donkey Kong version. My wife wanted this one, of course, to go with her Jungle Green. It's actually a CIB. So yeah, pretty cool. I don't know if these came with manuals, so I'm saying it's a CIB, but I'm not sure if they came with manuals. If they didn't come with manuals, then it is. If it did, then it's not a CIB. But it's still cool to have. And this one here is a childhood favorite of mine. Me and my sister used to play this game. She got me one time, and she's never let me live it down. So I'm gonna get my rematch, you know, claim victory again out of millions. And she finally got me one time. But yeah, it's still cool, you know, to have. Like I said, these just bring back memories. So very cool. And then sitting right below both of these, we have the Super Nintendo Mini, and then we have the NES Mini, which they're classic editions, but I think they come with preloaded games on them. So my wife wanted these. We seen them online, got a really good deal on them, and we actually enjoyed. Also, I think I kind of might have skipped out on my main game, the original Call of Duty. No, but yeah, this here 007 GoldenEye it's a childhood classic. Anybody who ever played N64 played this game at some point. Whether you wanted to or not, you played it. It's just a classic game. So yeah, another one of my childhood favorites. Right here to the left is, you know, I want to say a prized possession of mine that I was able to get, is the Gamecube Pokemon XD version. Now, I know a lot of people, you know, hunt these down. I was able to find one at Retropalooza, and I was able to get a Wave Bird, not then, but I got a Wave Bird off eBay. Got a really good deal on it as well. And yeah, my cousin actually had this very edition growing up as a kid, and I used to want this one. I think I had a plain purple one, but still cool. I do plan on trying to collect the different variants of the Gamecube. And so yeah, you know, I actually enjoyed playing this as a kid. So just another childhood classic game for me. So right over here to the left, we have, you know, you see the Switch 2 box, which I just picked that up. I'll show it to you in a minute. I got that whenever the Switch 2 dropped. And also you see the empty box for the OLED Switch, which you've seen up on top. Now, right here in the middle is a piece I thought was pretty cool. I wasn't gonna originally get it, but Cody, who's part of our ERC squad, was like, oh, we gotta get cameras, you know, so we can play. I'm like, Cody, I don't wanna see you, right? No, I'm just playing, Cody. But I thought it was cool. It's the Piranha plant camera. Will they ever drop any other special edition cameras? I don't know. So I was like, let me just go ahead and get this and add it just in case they don't, you know. So yeah, a very cool piece to add here to the collection. Who knows, maybe one day I might actually use it. So, but yeah. And so for now, these are all the games that are on the entertainment center. We'll get over here to the gaming desk, you know, and you'll see some handhelds and different things and some actual Pokemon boxes. You'll see all of that up on the wall. So let's get to it. All right, so we're over here on the gaming desk, which is my personal setup. As you can see here, I run 2 different monitors. One I play the Switch on, the other one I play, you know, my PS5 whenever I'm playing like Call of Duty, NCAA college football or something like that. Normally I'm playing a game with Cody, listening to him rage all day, you know, about any and every game. That's Cody. No, I'm just playing. But no, he really do though. But on this one here, I have my Switch 2 hookup. The Switch 2, I'm pretty sure y'all seen a lot of different reviews. I actually like the Switch 2. I have no complaints. I think the quality of the actual video, the gameplay and everything is really good. So yeah, I actually really like it. This here is a speaker. I actually have a link below where if you want to go to Amazon and get it. It's really cool. Speaker sounds really good. I'll show you the quality of it once we get to my wife's gaming desk, so you can actually hear. She actually have Donkey Kong hooked up over there right now, so you'll be able to check that out. Now here you'll also see I do have the 3DS, the 2DS, and the DS Lite. These are all where I play Pokemon. I'm like a real big Pokemon person. Shiny hunt, do, you know, the resets, the Nuzlocke. Like, I really enjoy playing Pokemon, which I might stream one day, you know, so y'all can check me out on there whenever I get to that. And then here we have the PS5, you know, set up. Yeah, it's not really much to show you, being outside of a couple controllers, but yeah, I mean, this is why I game on the PS5. And as we get up here, we'll actually go back over this way here, and you see a couple Funko Pops just for decoration. Some, like I said, I'm a big Pokemon person, love Pokemon. Right up here I actually have some boxes, some Elite Trainer boxes for the Pokemon cards. You might see those throughout the whole video. And yeah, pretty cool right here. Get over here to the one up against the wall, see some more. You know, got a lot of figurines over here. If you can't tell by now, like I said, Umbreon and Rayquaza are two of my favorite Pokemon. Love these two. Yeah, I love them as a kid. They're just two of my favorites. So I can't stress that enough about how much I love those two. And yeah, I mean, as you can see here, just, you know, some figurines. I'm a Pokemon fanatic. What can I say? All right, so we're gonna look here at the wall that we have with our decorations, and this is actually something I really love with the regions and the badges. I seen this on a Facebook group. I think somebody shared it into the group, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I actually got to have that whenever I do build up my game room, right? So I got it, added it. As you can see, I don't have the Z shards for the Alolan region and the badges for the Galar region. And then of course the Paldean region is not up there either. I have to find all those things because they haven't been made, or I haven't just seen them, you know, being sold yet. So I'm definitely on the hunt for those. And then of course you can see on the back wall, you can see my evolutions. Of course you see Eevee, Espeon, and Umbreon. Those were the first three I got. I met this lady at Retropalooza. She makes them. She actually, I guess she cuts them and paints them herself. She does a phenomenal job. I'll get the link when I can find it, and actually, you know, so y'all can go in there and support and, you know, order from her. Really cool. She does an amazing job. And then of course I had to wait for the next for the next con that came up, because, you know, she's a very busy lady and I'm pretty sure she has a lot of orders trying to be filled. But I was glad I was able to get these other 6. As you can see, I got Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon here. And then up to the right here I have Glaceon, Leafeon, and Sylveon. You know, I was able to add those. So really cool pieces. Like I said, I will add her link whenever I get a chance to the video, so y'all can go in there and support. She does a really awesome job. All right, here we have my wife's gaming setup. So you can kind of see what she likes to play in the different systems she have on her actual gaming desk. So let's get straight into it. Over here she has the PS5. As you can see, she has the Super Nintendo right here to the left. And she has the PS2 Slim Silver Edition, which she likes to play Scooby-Doo on, right? But also, you know, currently all I'm playing is the Donkey Kong game. And then of course she has the speaker here, which I said I was gonna let y'all hear earlier on in the video. Here, let's go straight into it here. brings back memories. Has to bring back memories. But yeah, these speakers are really nice. They have good quality sound. We'll put the link in the description so y'all be able to go check it out and possibly order you one. Yeah, they're really nice. So, and then right over here to the right, as you can see, she got her Donkey Kong set up because she's a Donkey Kong fanatic. And then to the right of that, actually, she likes to open up Pokemon cards here. And she actually streams them on her TikTok. She just goes live on her TikTok. She opens cards, so hopefully, you know, maybe y'all can catch her open up a God pack. Who knows? Right? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is her gaming setup, and yeah, I mean, it's not a whole lot to it. I think she likes to try to keep it nice and simple, but yeah, still cool. All right, and so right over here in the corner is my handheld collection, my Pokemon prismatic collection. I got some slabs down there, and then my wife has her Donkey Kong Konga that goes to the Gamecube. But we'll start up here so you can see the prismatic boxes, which we got more. Like I said, I love to collect. And then right over here under it, we have the Game Boy Color with the Gen 1 games, the Gen 2 games, and of course, last but not least, for my wife, Scooby-Doo. Yeah, no, I'm not excited about that at all, but she likes it, so. And then, of course, I have a Pokemon Center Game Boy Advance. Thought that was really cool. I do have a somewhat modded Game Boy SP behind it. It has a backlight, which I seen it, thought it was pretty cool, so I got it. And then I got the original Game Boy DS. And then my wife's SP, which she is the original owner of this one, actually. She's had this one since she was a kid. So this one here is very near and dear to her heart. So yeah, we're never gonna get rid of that one. And then we have the Game Boy Color. This one here, I think, is a reshell, which they did tell me that, but I still thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, I just had to get this one. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then right below it, I have some Pokemon slabs that I really like, that I'll probably never get rid of. I won those on some, I think, whatnot auctions. So on some giveaways. And so yeah, pretty cool. I actually picked up this Pokemon Blue. It's like a little 3D picture, I guess. I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, yeah, let me get that, you know, to add somewhere as, you know, part of the decor. So yeah. And then right over here to the left, let's redo this whole video. All right, over here in the corner, we do have some Pokemon unopened sealed boxes here. Will I open them one day? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Like I said, I'm just a collector. I love to collect different things that's pertaining to Pokemon specifically. And right here below it, I have some handhelds. I have a modded Game Boy SP that has a backlight on it. Seen it, thought it was cool. I have a Pokemon Center Game Boy Advance. Thought this was so cool. Can't believe I got it for the price I got it for at a gaming con. Yeah, really good deal on that. I have the original DS, and then I have the Game Boy Color behind it with the stand. We actually got the stand off of Etsy. Gen 1, Gen 2, and then of course my wife, she wanted the Scooby-Doo, right? So we added that on there. I think it doesn't fit to what I got going on, but hey, we'll just let it ride. And then right here we have her Game Boy SP, which is very near and dear to her heart. She's had it since she was a little girl. You know, she loves this thing, so of course we're gonna keep it around. And then right here in front of it, we actually have a reshelled Game Boy Color. Thought it was cool. I was like, yeah, let me just get it anyways, because, you know, I love Pokemon. Once again, gotta have it. Right here below it, I have a 3D printed picture of Pokemon Blue, which y'all might have seen these online, you know, somewhere in some stores or something. Not sure, people were selling them maybe at like a flea market or something, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, let me get that. I hope to get the red and yellow versions of those. you know, so I can have them as a set. But when I bought it at the Comic Palooza here in Houston, they only had that one left, so I kind of got to it a little late. So it is what it is, and hopefully I find it. So yeah, and then in front of that, I have some Pokemon slabs, some graded ones, pretty cool. I don't have anything special, but still some cool ones there. And then to the left of that, these are actually my brother's. He's a real big One Piece fan, for all the anime heads out there. These are actually pretty cool because they actually twist off and open up. So you can put money or candy, whatever you want to store inside. All of them do come apart like that. 3D printed. Somebody else, another vendor, I think at Retro Palooza actually, I think they actually, they had these. So yeah, they're pretty cool. And then right below that, I have Donkey Kongo. Now, which this is actually my wife's. So that's part of, you know, she's a Donkey Kong person. So that's part of her collection. And to the left, she has, let's see here, some of her old games here that she played as a kid, you know, Chicken Little. Like, I've never played Chicken Little, but I guess, right? So, yeah, like, yeah, I guess Chicken Little, right? But she do have a cool game here, Midnight Club. That's a pretty cool game, right? So, not Chicken Little. All right, so that brings us to the end of our game room tour. I really hope y'all liked what y'all seen. And, you know, we're going to be making future videos, adding key pieces to our collection of things that we want, or things we might just see when we're out and about, right? So if y'all like what y'all seen, please like and subscribe. Also hit the notification button below. That way you'll get notifications whenever we are uploading new content. Once again, we really do appreciate y'all, you know, taking time out of y'all's day to watch us, you know, and actually see what we're about. Like I said, we're not no big timers. We're just, you know, small time YouTubers just trying to, you know, share what we like and what we love. And hopefully, you know, who knows, even in the comments, we'll be reading the comments. Let us know if y'all see any key pieces that y'all think are cool, you know, or tell us some of the things that y'all are actually out there, add to y'all's collection. But like I said, this is the end of the tour, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. See y'all later.